Dragonite, hey Dragonite, hey Dragonite,
Hi, welcome to the next episode of Neighborhood Lime. I'm your host, Jasmine, aka Callie Jazzy J. Welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. We have another topic to touch on, all about self-improvement from a new perspective. This episode, we are going to be talking about things that we can do to improve, obviously, internally and externally. And we're going to figure out how we can accept change in the spirit of getting ready for us to accomplish bigger goals in our life. We have to look internally for a minute and figure out what we can do to switch up and make new changes and adapt better, feel better, think about yourself in a new perspective, a whole new way of thought. So let's dive right in. Here we go. I find that I am very reluctant to change. This isn't something that's new. I have been like this my entire life, and I struggle with big changes and things that come at me last minute. I recognize now how to kind of attack those things. So my purpose of bringing this up today is, are you reluctant to change? I find I can be very set in my ways. I can be a little bit stubborn, and it's hard to think outside of that, but I like to bring that self-awareness back here and take a look in the mirror and internally, is there something that I can do to change, right? So why am I so reluctant to change? There are a few reasons that we internalize that make us feel a certain type of way about change, maybe something that we've experienced in the past that may have brought us to this experience in life, and that's why we are struggling so much. But taking a second to understand that we are all reluctant to change. And why is that? I wanted to bring something for you. I came across this chart some time ago, and I wanted to bring this to your attention because it was the most helpful in my transformation in thought, and I wanted to help you out in whatever way I could. And it might bring a little light to your thought process and how you get to a lot of the places that you are and the transitions that you go through. And yes, there is a period in there. There's these different stages of change, but there's a period in there where we all, I think, are the most reluctant. And that's when there's this period where you're going back and forth because you're trying to balance between this information that you're used to, a way that you're used to processing or doing some sort of thing, and you're introducing this new way of thought, and it could be a little bit conflicting and frustrating because we have old habits and practices that we're used to, and they're battling each other. So I wanted to bring this to your attention because this is probably your turning point. This is your wall, whatever that may be for you, your internal struggle. I know when I get there, I get frustrated and I just have to walk away. Moving out of reaction as opposed to kind of getting a little more control of myself. That's something to think about for you. I wanted to bring this for you because it was so helpful for me. Now, what are you holding on to? What is holding you back? Is this thing holding you back? A couple examples up of things that I've noticed that can maybe have an effect on you, and just being aware, being hyper aware of these things that are implanted around us in our everyday lives and how it affects you, and how you can kind of take more control to change and be better at change and less reluctant to change for yourself. One is resentment. So there's a lot of times with our relationships with our friends, you build resentment because maybe someone may be doing something or feeling something that you're not experiencing and you feel you should have or you're entitled to in some way. I'm here to say it's not going to help you in any way, honestly. It is so easy to build resentment towards someone and you don't even realize. It can be your friends, it can be your family, it can be people you're close with and you don't even realize, and that takes out like a jealousy in you, which helps bring me to my next topic, which is envy. Now, I have this issue particularly, and I'm going to use myself because I can only use myself for experience, with Instagram. Do you have that problem too? Like, so I'll be like scrolling and like, you know, I'll be like, I'm not into that, like whatever. And then all of a sudden I feel a little bit envious. Now, like, okay, here's a popular one. A lot of friends, they get engaged or they're having babies and expanding their families, and all these things are all things that we want. And like, you can build envy so easy. You're just like, oh, I want that. That's not fair. I should have that. That doesn't make you a bad person. You're human and you deserve good things. And because of that, it almost feels as if someone took those things away from you. But like, understanding that envy is also not going to get you, that's not healthy to get you in a better place. I have my moments, I recognize it, and I try to move on from there. Anytime I hold on to those thoughts, it's really toxic for you, and those things spread in your brain, and your intentions become less pure, whatever you're trying to do. And you always want the purest intentions whenever you're working at something, because then you'll get the best results. At least in my experience, that's what I feel. With all of this envy and all this resentment, you end up comparing your life to other people. I'm 28, she's 28, how come I don't have this? Or how come she has this and I'm still at this place in life? And anytime you get in that school of thought, like, it's only gonna hold you back. This school of thought is just not progressive in any way for you. It's not gonna help you. It's easier said than done to not end up in this place, but once you do, be like, oh, you know what? It's fine that I got there, I'm human, but whatever. I'm working on myself. I'm doing this for me. We all used to have a lot more private lives, and Instagram and social media in general brought those walls down. We are now seeing inside of people's lives on a daily, and because especially now, maybe with all this COVID stuff that's going on, like we're in this constant state of comparison and resentment, and like, no other person can be responsible for your feelings. The moment you start to compare yourself, only you can live your life. And the moment you start blaming somebody else for the reason you're not in the place you want to be, when you are ready, when your mindset is there, you're like, forget all that other stuff. When you're ready, there are people out there that is just like, here, take my hand, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm here. Take my hand. Take my hands. On a more positive note, I want to introduce a new school of thought, a new way of thinking, a new, more progressive school of thought, and that would be setting small goals for yourself. This is going to be great for you. If you are setting small goals and accomplishing them, you're getting in a better practice for yourself to accomplish your goals, whatever that may be. Just small things, waking up a little bit earlier, making sure you're a little more organized, making sure you're at places on time 15 minutes earlier. Just little things. Try to introduce little new things in your life that you feel will be better. And if it doesn't work out, throw it out. It doesn't work for you. Not everything is supposed to be working for you. Not everything is going to work for you. You are an individual and you need to own that. And you be your individual, most authentic you, acknowledging your accomplishments. This was something I struggled with for a very long time because I would be so down on myself, like I've just never done anything. I'm just like, I haven't accomplished anything in my life. Like, it's whatever thought is implanted in our head. Because I'm not there, that means that I have not accomplished anything in my life, and that is absolutely not true. My journey is different than other people's journeys, as well as my accomplishments, and I need to recognize that, and you need to recognize that as well, because no one can devalue whatever you've done. Your work, if you've worked hard towards something, whatever your accomplishment may be, big or small, you worked for that, and no one can ever take that away from you. Acknowledge and like big up yourself. In Trinidad and Caribbean culture, we say big up yourself, which means like be proud of yourself. You got this. Like, be proud of yourself. Like, you got this. I think these two things can help induce a lot of confidence. It can help towards your school of thought, your practice of thought, and it can make you feel a lot better about yourself if you are accomplishing goals and you are acknowledging, you know what, I did this. That is going to internally help your confidence because you are doing it. It's you. You're no one else. I'm not doing this. You're here listening to me talk, but I didn't do it. I'm sitting right here. I'm living my life. You live your life and you live your best life, and nobody else can live your life for you. So live it to its fullest and be your most authentic self, because there is only one you. One. I said my things, and I'm so happy you came back to hear me say my things. Joining this episode of Neighborhood Lime. I hope you come back again. Don't forget to subscribe right here. Don't just do it. Please just do it real quick and don't even think about it after that. Go ahead if you want to find more information. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at Instagram at bl.imperium, or you can always go and sign up and be a collective member at our website, which would be blackimperium.co, or you can also just sign up and get some cool updates. That's also an option as well. So if you want to find us, we're all over. See you next time. Bye. Go and check out blackimperium.co.